Hey, what's up, guys? So, yes, J-Winky's here with a review for the new episode of The Flash, which is called Invincible. So, and this is the last episode before the season finale, which is next week. So we got two finales next week, and we got a finale this week. Well, two finales this week as well. So, yes. So let's break it down. So, Invincible was mainly about Barry kind of cleaning up kind of what Zoom has kind of been setting up in the past few episodes, and it was really cool to see at the beginning of the Barry has been tracking, is taking down these metahumans very quickly and just putting them in the cells, and it's just like, oh yeah, that's kind of cool. And Barry kind of has this ambition, like, I'm not afraid of anything anymore, because he learned to conquer his fear. Excuse me, in the when he was talking to the Speed Force. Oh, sorry guys, it's just really late. But so yeah, I really did like seeing that kind of happen, and it's really cool to see our heroes when they're like, yeah, I can do anything. I can feel, and whenever you see that, it is pain waiting to happen, and I could tell, like, ooh, something bad is gonna happen. And we kind of saw in last week's episode that somebody was gonna get hurt or something, because we saw Barry just screaming, and somebody did kick the bucket in this episode, and it was pretty heart-wrenching if you ask me. And it's just like, and this is everything. They're killing all these characters off. First they killed off Snart, now they killed off Barry's dad, and then they killed off. If you guys haven't seen this episode, please don't listen right here. I'm gonna put my thumbs up when I'm gonna put my thumbs down when I'm done spoiling Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. They killed Lincoln and Hive, and so, but yeah, it's just the week for killing people off. So, but definitely, I really do think that his death was very well effective and is going to push Barry's motivation in the next episode. And Barry is going to be ticked because he is going out for blood, and it really does show that in this episode, Barry is like, yes, I can do anything. I'm not afraid of anything anymore because I've learned to get over my fear, and since I talked to the Speed Force, nothing is really going to really hurt me anymore. But then another obstacle comes in his way, which is the Black Canary's doppelganger. And so yeah, it was very cool to see that. I didn't really know a whole lot about her. I know she's on the Arrow. She's more okay. So I guess she died. So that makes sense. And I guess a lot of Black Canaries die because Sarah was the one from DC's Legends of Tomorrow. She was a Black Canary, I believe, at one time. Now the other Black Canary's dead. They're just killing them Black Canaries off. But I guess that's what happens in our Arrow. But definitely, I really did like seeing Barry have to deal with because throughout the episode, we saw him, collecting these metahumans, just like, oh, okay, so what is his big challenge going to be before Zoom? And I thought that, she was pretty good. She was working for Zoom, and I don't know why she was working for him when she could defeat him, actually. So it's just, a little bit just like, oh, okay, because if she's powerful to take out Barry, she should be able to take out Zoom, because we all know probably how next week's episode is going to go. Barry's going to beat Zoom, and, blah, 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 and everything's going to work out. But, definitely, I liked Cisco and Caitlin in this episode. Caitlin is really dealing with PTSD. You can really see that she's really just scared, and she is just not herself. And it's very interesting to see that because we haven't seen that side of her character before, and it's really interesting to see that. And also, I liked Cisco throughout the episode because, especially when he turned into, when they both turned into their Earth 2 counterparts, they played their roles very well. She's like, oh, very interesting. But obviously not good enough because they didn't get to switch. They didn't change Black Canary's mind. But yeah, and I also did like Cisco's vibe of him seeing these birds dying. It's just like, what? And then it finds out, there's a huge thing going on now that Earth 2 is going to break down the middle, I guess. Who knows how that's going to go. It's going to be interesting to see that. Really looking forward to seeing what happens and what happens from this vibe. And so, will it happen? Or, what is exactly going to happen? But So yeah, I kind of want to make this review short. There wasn't a whole lot to talk about, but I definitely did like how, they actually, I did like how they did the episode and how they handled it with the characters, especially. Very well done. I'm going to give this episode 4.5 out of 5 winks. It's just some things I did like. I really, really did like, and something I just like, oh, yeah, okay. But other than that, was pretty proud, and I really am glad that this is the big season finale. This is definitely a big step up from Gotham, how they did, their episode before the season finale. So yeah, that's about it for this episode, guys. So I'm Jay Wink, and I'm winking out. See you guys later.